Welcome back to the Prime Focus Goalkeeping channel. I'm your host, Brandon Miller, and today we're going to talk about a few simple footwork exercises that we like to use with all of our goalkeepers, whether they're youth goalkeepers, college goalkeepers, or professional goalkeepers, that are goalkeeper realistic movements that keep them nice and sharp, and our goalkeepers tend to love them. So we can use them, we like to use them at the beginning of training for a little bit of activation, physical activation and mental activation. And then they're very good movements that are realistic to how you move inside the goal. So we're gonna start off, Coach Pablo's in the middle. We're gonna number our cones. Coach Pablo, you number the cones for me. 1, 2. All right, so we use this drill for activation. Get our goalkeepers' brains on. A little bit of reaction, a little bit of mental cognition, and then from there, it's the physical movement, getting our feet moving, and still dealing with a volley. So getting our hands going as well. So I'll shout out the number 2. Coach Pablo moves up, drops back in, and we catch a volley. Good. 1. Sharp movement out and back in. Love it. Let's do one more. 3. Good, and we're back in. Good. So the footwork here is big because it's short, sharp movements. It's change of direction. It's focusing on urgency to get from one spot to the next. All things that we do when we're moving in a goal. When the game's fast paced, the ball's constantly moving, we've got to move from one spot to the next, get to our position, maybe we're changing directions. All of this is a part of the footwork that we're doing here. It looks basic, but if you really put some emphasis on it, it really helps you to move efficiently in the goal. In order to maintain that mental piece of the game that we're trying to turn on at the beginning of a session, we switch it from numbers to colors. So we're looking at what colors do we have? Orange, green, and red. You can use whatever colors you want, but now we might want to change up the footwork. Maybe we want Coach Pablo to get around the cones. For now, we're just going to stick with getting to the cones. But now it's a different mental aspect of, I knew where 1, 2, and 3 was. Now I need to understand it's going colors, orange, green, red, and being able to efficiently react and get to that cone, get back to the middle, and then we take a service. Now we may switch it up and go with the half volley now. Same rules apply. We want efficient movement, we want to get back in, we want clean handling. So we go with green. Dropping back in, little half volley, and we're good. Red. Sharp movement out, back in. We'll go one more, orange. And good, just like that. Sharp footwork, getting your goalkeepers moving early and turning their brains on so they're ready to react instead of just simply taking volleys and the monotonous catch a ball, toss it back, get set again. Like, we want our goalkeepers to start to turn a lot of different things on. Footwork, physically be ready. We want their brains on. Now, we've gone from the mental aspect, now we just want to solely focus on the physical and the footwork. Now we want to look at a lot of different movements that we do typically in a game. We're gonna start just on this cone, and it's gonna be a simple drop off, straight, get set, ball in. Now that movement mirrors a lot of the movement that we have in games, right? Our team has the ball, maybe they lose the ball, and we've gotta drop in, we've gotta find our position, we've gotta get set and be ready for a strike. So we wanna be able to do that and do it efficiently and quickly, and in a way where we can get our weight back forward as we move backwards. Let's see a couple here. It's sharp movement back, we're set, ball comes in, and we catch. Let's do one more. Focus on the urgency to get from the front spot, getting back to your set position. Yep. Drop off, ball in, good. Now, it's not always gonna be right down the middle. Sometimes we're gonna have to adjust from angles. Sometimes we're a little bit high up over here, and we have to drop back into the middle as the ball's played and find our positioning, right? So that movement laterally is also important. So we're gonna do a couple from there, focusing on how we push off. So for me, there's time for it to be square and we open up and go. So that's one way to do it. Or we can have it a little bit offset, where I think I see a through ball. Nope, now I have to push back in here and get set. So we'll do both, right? Where we're squared up and then where we're on a little half turn where we push off. Ready? Yep. So we open up, we're back in here, that ball comes in. Good. One more. Yep, opening up. Good movement. Focusing on efficient movement. That right foot should drop off first and help you get to this spot. Now let's go a little stagger stance and push back with that left. Back in, just like that. Good, let's go to the other side now. So we'll do the same thing here. So now we're turning. We always want you to turn and open up and see the ball, right? Because if we're here, as a goalkeeper, we're not gonna turn here, spin around and come see the ball. Think about your movement. I'm squared up here, I open up, I see the ball and I'm here. Let's see one here. Yep, open it up, good. Now let's go with the little stagger stance there. Pushing off that right leg, yep. Dropping off, and good. All right, so those are some of our favorite movements in the beginning of a session, some basic movements, some basic handling to really get your goalkeeper locked in and ready for the session. Giving them some movements that they're gonna see throughout the session, most likely whether it's just strictly goalkeeper training or whether it's with the club, whether it's with the team. So understanding how to actively get your goalkeeper physically ready, mentally ready, and get them transitioning onto the field in a larger setting more quickly. So these are some of the basic drills, and we'll cover a lot more drills that we like to use with our goalkeepers to get them ready for training and throughout training later in the week. Until next time, stay focused.